A question for you,
I
my
get that
man.
truth when I want to. That's God, bro.
Okay.
You don't need nobody dressing like this to show off God.
Right. So what would be his
God
purpose
is
to do
love.
it? What would be his purpose to
And
do that?
God's come through how He wants to come through.
Okay.
God has come through.
We
He don't
already
tell you to
lied.
dress
We
this
already
way
lied.
to become a God member. No, He don't.
God is
love.
you know what these represent? These represent the laws, statutes, and commandments. This represents mourning. Our people should be, the people on this side should be in a mournful state.
You stand out better.
Look at our people. Look at our people.
Hold on. All right, I got you. That's cool.
Look. Are you? Excuse me. Are you? Would you consider a so-called what are you? A so-called Mexican? Latino?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Look at our people. Look at your people in Mexico. Look at your people here in the United States. We're the lowest of the low. That's why.
That's okay.
That's okay.
You know why?
Yeah, we know why.
We know why.
We know
People
why.
believe in all kind of other stuff.
True. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But
one thing about it
penalties
is,
for doing that though. The Bible
I
has
think we'll
written
make more of an
penalties.
impact if we show people love, but not trying to force it.
But you also got to bring out the truth.
You know, one
The
time,
truth hurts.
The truth will come out if you see a man needing some help and you help him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is help.
This is
This
help.
is help.
I'm not trying to bash you.
No. It's your opinion. It's cool.
If you want to do it, go ahead. But I'm just saying that if Jesus wants to go out there, man. Hey, there's somebody sick over here.
Jesus used to go out there and do what? Exactly what we're doing right here. Prophesy and preach the Bible. He didn't go.
Bro,
He didn't.
I feel you. But
So why did his own people kill him?
Yeah, it's kind of.
So a lot of things I don't know. I gotta.
But we do know because it's in here.
I'm still trying to. Yeah, man. But see, the devil know all the Bible too, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm
And he
saying?
tried to use it.
Like I'm saying, I'm not trying to bash nobody. Everybody does what they want. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody's in a everybody not gonna be paying attention to this. They're trying to have some fun.
That's okay. It's not for them.
It's not for him.
It's not for
But
them.
see, I don't know.
We're not
bro.
trying
I
to.
just,
We're not trying to reach everyone.
nah, but God is. God's trying to reach everybody.
Thank y'all.
But He got His ways to do it.
Thank y'all.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it rolling?
Kind.
Go ahead,
Kind.
Hey, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the tabernacle of David, though for elect. It's another weekend out here in Sin City, Babylon. All right, Las Vegas. All right, the city of confusion. All right,
Kind.
which the word
Hey,
babal
well,
means
that's what's up, man.
confusion.
Y'all do what y'all do, man.
In this society, there's nothing but confusion.
Y'all do what y'all do,
All right,
man.
these people are sown
I'm
with
trying to tell you
spirits.
what to do, what not
You know,
to do.
they're drenched with
But I'm
the
just saying
philosophies of Babylon.
it's better
So
to
more
live the
people are
way
going to
you
come
do
up
instead
here
of trying to put it on
with
people.
all different perspectives,
That's what the Bible says, bro.
which really they're just drenched in their own confusion because they're learning from all the wicked ways of this damn devil, man.
That's right. I got a precept for you, bro. This Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Yeah, man. Ignorance is value in this society, man. They just speak from their own vain heart, which the scripture speaks against that. You know? In this social media age, it gives everybody entitlement to help further push their confusion
Kind.
and their emotions upon others.
Kind.
And you have the platform to be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's why everybody feels entitled to voice their opinion.
Kind.
The Lord ain't dealing with your opinion, man. It's all about the word of the Most High. We let the Most High be true and every man a liar.
That's
man.
right.
bro.
And how do, if I can say, how do we know who the Most High God and what He believes in His only begotten Son? How do we even know about this? Because He's written in His book. Okay, this is how we know. That's how we know what this is. I think Stuart is further that way. Yes, the next one. Okay, that's how we know. All right. If we didn't have His word with us on earth, in His proper spirit, we wouldn't know who the Most High or His only begotten Son, or have an opportunity to build our faith up according to His word.
That's right. I have something. This is Isaiah 55 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways. Neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
Yeah, so you can't try to come up with your best idea to teach the word of the Most High when He has His own way already set up. Okay, His way was set up from times of before, ancient times. Okay, and it told us to go out there and compel them to come in, that they may be fed into this wedding, that they may be cleansed. Okay?
And he told us who to go to.
He told us exactly.
Go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Israel.
We don't care about every soul walking by, man. Even those that might be on this side. We're only out here for the elect, man, because that's the only people that this word is actually going to seal.
That's right.
Everybody else, they're going to just walk to their condemnation.
That's what I was gonna say.
We ain't worrying about these people, man. It tells you in the scriptures, as in the days of Noah, they were eating and drinking and giving in marriage. You know, they were being entertained. They were given to their sexual lust. You know, they were doing what the hell they wanted to do.
Everybody's out, what do you say? They're out here having a good time. They're not going to want to hear you.
Let me finish this, bro.
Yeah, no, you good.
Verse 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
I was going to say, how are we supposed to know the higher ways of the Heavenly Father when we down here in the filth? When we've been away from Him, He turned His back on us. He's a higher power than we are. So the only way for Him to share with us is to give it to who He's going to give it to, and us to grow it from there. We can't be like, oh, I got it figured out within myself. It takes His Spirit to come into us and to show us how to understand this thing and what to do, okay, to move us in that way. Because He is a higher power, He has a control over us to do those things. The scriptures say in Proverbs, the 20th chapter, man's goings is of the Lord, how then can a man understand his own way? So you don't know what you're thinking when you're going to try to serve the Heavenly Father. He showed you how to serve Him. Same thing when you go into the Levitical laws, okay, the things that the priests that they had to do. They couldn't do it. They couldn't mess up on some of the ordinances that they had to do. So He has a specific way He wants this done. And this way is the way that truly shows your faith. Okay? Y'all got it? Let's not Jeremiah 2. 33. I got it.
Got it.
Yeah, Jeremiah 2 and 33. Why trimmest thou wait to seek love? Therefore thou hast also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
Read that again.
Yep. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 33. Why trimmest thou way to seek love?
And really that's our people in this world that's trying to seek acceptance from the world.
Yeah, from Esau.
Right.
You'll trim your way just to seek the approval of this world, man. And the Lord said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Right.
You know? So you're willing to compromise your own moral principles and statutes and instructions that the Lord gave you just so that you can feel accepted with these heathens out here.
Okay.
Yep. Doing the heathenistic thing instead of the things of a holy, separate, and higher people.
Yeah.
Which this book is supposed to remind us who we are as a higher, separate, royal people.
Yeah. Why trimmest thou way to seek love, man?
It says, therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Yeah. Basically, you follow after what they do, and you continue pushing those wicked ways, and making it acceptable amongst our people when you're not teaching the right way. But we're out here teaching the right way. The first thing you see is, hey, why are y'all doing this? Y'all doing it wrong. Yeah, like that's the first time we ever had suggestions on how we should change the way we teach. Day one, my first time out here on the street, somebody came up, man, y'all so rough, man, calm down. You gotta show love. This is love. It's tough love.
See, but these motherfuckers wouldn't have nothing to say if Kanye was up here. If he was pushing his Jesus magic, these people, they would be all crowded around,
crowd
and they'd be waving their phones back and forth.
Christian,
you know what I'm saying?
Jesus is love fucking doctrine, man. That thing is toxic.
It is toxic.
You know?
Yeah.
It is toxic because you're saying that the Lord is only one way.
Yeah, kind of.
You're acting like the Lord is not going to come back for vengeance, man.
Here you are. We have all these emotions. We hate, we love, we feel anger, but the Lord doesn't. So what? We're better? I mean, you know?
Oh, get Job 4:17 real quick. Let's get that.
I got a real quick go what you're saying. It's Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight. Like the brother was alluding to, the Lord is not all love, not all hate. It's a balance. All right, it's a balance in this. All right, and that's what people.
We should be balanced.
Yeah.
So like, if I could say, because when people tell us, no, you got, we teach a lot of love up here. The love is us putting, like the scriptures tell you what love is. This is love, that you follow after his commandments. That's how you know you love the Heavenly Father. When you seek love is the keeping of her laws. Okay, and first desire discipline to have wisdom, then the keeping of the laws. And the love of that discipline, love of the Heavenly Father. So we teach that love too. But when you don't follow it, there's hate that's going to come to you. Because you being opposite to the love of the Heavenly Father proves that you hate the Heavenly Father.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So how is he supposed to take it? They just not sure. No, he's going to take it as an action of hate towards it.
You know what proves that you people are full of shit? You say you love the Most High, but yet, why do death continue to reign?
Kind.
Give me Proverbs 8:36 real quick. And then get Proverbs 15 and 9.
18, 15 and 9.
15 and 9 and Proverbs 8:36. Because if you love the Most High, then there would be less death on the earth.
Can I say this?
Yes.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord Yahweh saith, for as much as his people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and by their fear toward me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men, not by the Spirit of the Heavenly Father. That when he came, he said, oh, the Spirit came through TV and told me. No,
Hey,
the
that
idiot
was-
told
box.
you wrong.
That was a
That's
demon.
the idiot
Yeah.
box. Everything you're getting out of the idiot box is to make you become more stupid.
Yeah.
Anything you're getting from that,
You're pushed out there too.
you're being programmed to be a complete idiot, man. So if your calling was through the TBN network
Right.
or television or through watching BET, hey man, the Lord did not. That really wasn't the calling of the Lord. All right, that was just more witchcraft that was done on your mind. 'Cause that's the purpose of the idiot box you call it television. All right.
It's called programming for a reason.
Right, television program.
It programs your fucking mind.
And what comes through it? Entertainment.
Yeah.
When you break down entertainment, what does it mean? It means to maintain your mind.
Yeah, and
Mind control.
Mind control.
They're like,
All these people out here, they're all under mind control.
Kind.
You know, all these people, they're all walking zombies, man. Our people, and we ain't even concerned with the heathen. They're gonna always do what they do.
Yeah.
They all are base people. We're only concerned with the people on this side, man. All right, but get back to the hypocrisy. People say that they love the Most High, and they always have the audacity to always say, "Well, you got to come with love. You got to have love in your heart. You know, God is love." But being a total, complete hypocrite, because you don't even know what love is. The scriptures say, "Will you speak deceitfully for the Most High? Will you speak deceitfully for Him? Is that what He said in His Word?
To speak toward,
You know?
his name, to see. Hey, that's what the Proverbs does.
Because the scriptures tell us when you go back to the beginning, like around maybe I think the Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter, the scriptures, which is the instruction, is what determines our fate. If you're gonna live a long, successful life, or if you're gonna die a early death. And what did Moses say? He said, choose life.
Yes.
Who will you choose this day, man? You know? These people out here talking about some love, but they choose. What do they choose? What lifestyle are they choosing?
Lifestyle of death.
and they talking about love, yet they're on their way to commit whoredom
Yeah.
and do all kinds of drugs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
these people, man.
What was the list of things that Paul wrote about? Different lasciviousness,
Revelings.
That's the word I want.
Banqueting,
yeah.
Revelings. Yep.
You should want me to bring that Proverbs.
Get Proverbs 8:36.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Read that again.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
All they that what?
All they that hate me love death.
And what are the ways of death? What is the wages of sin? What is the wages of sin?
Get them. They all need it.
Death. Give me, was it Romans 4? Get Romans the 4th chapter. No. I think it's Romans 6 chapter. Romans 6 and 23. He said, he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and they that hate me love death. Get that.
Romans chapter 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
So that means what? If you love the ways of death, you hate the Most High. If you hate the Most High, that means you love sin. And these people out here, Christianity is about justifying sin.
Yeah.
So what love are you talking about?
Right.
What kind of love is that?
Right.
Your love is really hate.
Yeah. And that's the game that you play with it.
Yeah.
You change the narrative of the perspective. You change the perspective of what sin is.
And the only reason they say they love God is because they have in their mind, they have designed this God of their own imagination that allows them to do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
And the more they throw that mantra over and over and over in their minds, they begin to believe it. And because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, the hearts of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil and sin.
Yeah. All right, so if you hate the Most High, you love the wages of sin. Because you love sin. You serve sin. And what is sin?
Transgressions of the laws.
Get it?
Yeah.
Is that 1 John?
Yep. Let's get it.
First John 3 and 4, it says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Yeah, man. But in Christianity, the laws are done away with because we're not under the old covenant. But yet, in the new covenant, the Lord said he's going to put the laws, statutes, and judgments in our inward parts.
So why would he stop?
The new covenant did not cancel out the law. All it did was it changed the
certain laws, certain ordinances.
Well, I'm trying to reword it so that it makes sense. But basically, we're not held to the standard that we had to come up under the old covenant. The Lord gave us grace so that we wouldn't have to fall up under that. Because if we was to fall up under the old covenant, then the Lord's going to judge us by that. You know?
We'd all be dead.
Because we have to. What's that? I think it's in Leviticus, the 27th chapter. You know, cursed be he that do that don't perform of all the words of this law to do it. You know.
And in the script, what does the script say? If you break one, you break them all.
Yeah.
So it would be impossible for us in this wicked society to keep the law 100%, though we do what we can. You know?
Right, but that doesn't mean that you disannul his commandments. That's why it says in was that Romans 3? Yeah, we're justified by our faith.
You got that?
But that still doesn't cancel out the law, man.
I got it right quick.
Because if that was the case, then the Lord would say, hey, it's
Got it?
if he saw two men in the act of homosexuality, the Lord would, you'd have an account of the Lord saying, well, we can't condemn them. You know, because their sins are forgiven, and they can't keep the law perfectly. So just let them have at it.
I always got to bring this up. That just don't make sense to me. For the Heavenly Father to say, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Then all of a sudden, somebody comes and don't do none of that. Now I got you. Then somebody comes that doesn't sin at all, that does it perfectly. Oh, because he did it perfectly, now nobody got to do it. Don't worry, just go ahead and do it. Do whatever you want now. That doesn't make any sense. Because you killed the guy that did it perfectly, by the way. Now you can do whatever you want. I got a couple pieces.
Yeah, but people like to say, oh, I'm Christian, which, in newspeak term, it means to be a follower of the anointed, right? To be so-called Christ-like, right?
Yeah.
Did he sin?
No.
know, right?
Yeah.
So,
Kind, bro.
I mean, and that's why Apostle Paul said, "He that cometh preaching another Jesus."
Yep.
Yeah. And
That's the Christian Jesus, man. The Kanye, the Yeezus.
yeah, Jesus.
You know.
I got a couple precepts out.
Yeah.
Romans chapter 3, verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? Yahweh forbid, we establish the law. I got to read up on it. Jump up to verse 19. No matter of fact, verse 18. There is no fear of the Most High before their eyes.
Oh yeah, these people in the world, especially our people, there's no fear of the Most High in their hearts, man. That's why they'll be the biggest dykes, the biggest homosexual.
Yeah, the biggest
You know?
drug users and dealers and whoremongers and adulterers and idolaters,
Murderers.
thieves.
Yeah, man.
The list goes on and on.
The biggest scoffers.
Yeah.
They don't have that fear, man.
Kind.
That's why the Lord's gonna bring that fear back, man. See, down there in the Bahamas,
Oh yeah.
I mean they just got just a little inkling,
Yeah, man, they
a
don't know.
little taste.
A little appetizer.
Yeah.
But even with that, you know, Jake ain't gonna repent, man. You know, that's why the Lord got 2/3 that He got to write off. You know, you're gonna learn to fear though, but right now everything is calm. You're still in comfort and comfortability. You know, America gives you that sense of security. You know, so you become what? You become very proud, man. But pride going before what? Destruction.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna read that again. In verse 18 it says, in Romans the 3rd chapter it says, there is no fear of the Most High before their eyes. Now we know that what things whatsoever the law saith is said to them that are under the law. And Israel.
Israelites.
That every mouth may be stopped. Because nobody's keeping it perfectly but Yahweh Shai. No one has ever kept this perfectly but Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. All right? It says, and all the world may become guilty before the Most High. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in His sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. Okay? But now the righteousness of the Most High without the law is manifest. Why is it manifested? Because of your faith. Okay? And how do you prove your faith?
By doing what He say.
What He commands you to do, obedience. And what's part of the obedience and the commandment? To practice the law to the best of your ability, as well as go out and feed the sheep and wake the people up and prophesy. Right? It says, being witnessed by the law and the prophets. Yeah, in the Old Testaments, from the laws and the laws of Moses all the way up to the prophets, this is what they were talking about. They were talking about the future if you didn't get right. They were talking about keeping the law if you didn't get right, and the things that would happen unto you, and that there would be one that came perfect. Okay? It says, even the righteousness of the Most High, which is by faith of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, unto all the Israelites.
All Israel, because it says to those that were under the law.
Yep.
That lets you know that those at the Church of Rome, He was addressing Israelites, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
And upon all them that believe, and only the Israelites is going to believe. It says, not even all the Israelites.
Yep.
The elect is going to believe. It says, for there is no difference. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High.
Yeah, because going back to Daniel, was that 9, where it says, all Israel have transgressed the law of the Most High. Therefore is the curse, poured out upon us. That's why we at the bottom. That's why you asked him, like, you wonder why we living like this in America and everywhere we're scattered. Well, hey, we feel short of the glory, man.
Yep.
We all broke the commandments, man.
The problem with America today, man, and our people in particular, everybody got all the wisdom of God until you ask them directly about God.
Kind.
Yeah.
Now they know all the solutions until you ask them, okay, what did God say to do? Well, I don't know that Bible like that.
What does the Bible say?
Yeah, and they don't have any answers. How do you know everything about God outside the Bible?
Yeah.
But don't know nothing in the Bible?
Yeah,
That don't work together.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Right. It's your own opinion now at this point.
Because if we have to listen to you and your opinion,
Man.
the world is through.
Yeah,
It would be like how it is now.
It'd be worse. It's, going forward, it'd be exactly what it is now, going forward and be worse. But without the Bible ever on the earth, we'd be gone. We'd have never made this far.
Kind.
I honestly, the Most High is the one that controls all of that.
Scripture.
But just saying. I'll just read a little bit more. Verse 24, being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Yahushua Mashiach, whom the Most High has set forth to be a propitiation through faith in his blood to declare his righteousness for the remission of sins that are past through the forbearance of the Most High. To declare, I say, at this time, his righteousness. What was his righteousness? Perfection in the law. That was one thing. His wisdom and his faith. It says,
He was obedient unto the cross.
that's right. Yeah, and his obedience, right? All the things that the other great men had, he had it as well. Okay, it says, he had all of them though. It says, to declare, I say at this time, his righteousness, that he might be just and the justifier of him which believeth in Yahushua HaMashiach. I'll keep it. It says, I'm going to read down to the end because we go back to that first script. So where is boasting then? It is excluded by the law of works, nay, but by the law of faith. Therefore we conclude that a man is justified by faith without deeds of the law. Because you break one, you broke them all. So that's not going to help you, how many you do. But your faith in doing them anyway that you can't keep them perfect is how you justify your faith. It says, is he the Most High of the Jews only? Is he not also of the Gentiles? Those are also Israelites that don't look like Israelites anymore. Okay? It's always still talking about Israel.
And not even just necessarily their physical appearance.
Right.
Jake, that's just in the freaking world, just being a damn heathen. You're a Gentile too.
Omega Psi Firewalk up here, looking like Negroes, but got all the bald head, baby face, Greek lettering and everything else of the Greeks, the old practices of the Greeks.
Brand on their arm.
Brands and everything else that they were doing from the times of the Greeks.
Hey, if you the black woman is God, you're a Gentile, man.
Right.
All right. If you pushing Scientology, you're a Gentile.
Kind.
You got that image of white
you pushing
Jesus?
you pushing Jesus.
Yep.
The same Jesus that Kanye pushing. You're a Gentile, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Just a little more. Verse 31, it says, 30, it says, seeing it is one power of one God, which shall justify the circumcision by faith and uncircumcision through faith. Do we then make void the law through faith? Yahweh forbid, yea, we establish the law. So to close it back up with that.
Yep.
That was it on that.
You said you had something?
Well, it was about there's no knowledge of Yahweh Shemyahu in the land. I was going to bring that up. Hosea 4:1.
Yeah.
This is Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land.
That's why he has a problem with you, man. All right? Because there is no truth. There's no truth. There's no knowledge of the Most High among you. And whatever you know about the Most High, like the scripture said, is taught by the precept of men. Your perspective or perception of who the Most High is based on a false prophet, a motivational speaker, a false, a false philosophy, emotions. Really for a lot of you, your God is really your own inner belly.
That's right.
So that's why the Most High has a controversy with you, man. The Lord told he cussed the priest out, the prophet Micah, and he said, y'all worry me. And they said, how do we worry you, Lord? And he said, well, you worry me by saying to the wicked, thou art good. And that's you jakes when you get to sympathizing and justifying beastly, degenerate behavior amongst these people, man. All because you want acceptance from the world. You want to follow what the serpents say.
Yeah.
You want to follow a multitude to do evil.
Kind.
We can't judge him. He's a human just like you. You know. You become a damn social justice warrior.
You know, Jake.
Why are you discriminating? Are you homophobic?
Yeah.
Or you're misogynist? You hate
All these
women.
buzzwords, yeah.
You know, I can tell, like Jake, I can tell y'all don't get no box, man. The way y'all be talking about these women, man, y'all must not be getting no pussy. Nah, I don't pussy beg to get pussy, bro.
Kind.
I'm not you.
I don't have to. This works better. I tried that before I brought into this. This works much better.
And I'd rather attract a woman
Right.
who doesn't want a pussy to kill pussy too.
To control me with that.
Exactly. You know? I'd rather attract a woman who rather give her goods to a man that's not controlled by those goods.
Kind.
Right.
All right. So I'm not gonna be a 21 savage ass nigga talking about, you know, it's her body, it's her choice. You know, what was that march that he did with Amber Rose?
Slut walk.
The slut walk.
Stupid.
Yeah, he ain't with the bitch now. So yeah, you got another dude.
Come on, man.
Pregnant by another.
Pregnant by another dude.
Come on, man. Why trimmers thou away to seek love, man?
Kind, bro.
You know. Read that again. Who was
Hosea chapter 4:1.
Read that again.
kinda.
This is why the Most High is in controversy with your tribes, man.
Hosea chapter
He hate what you become because you're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. The Lord's trying to give you that knowledge through the men, through His servants, the prophets.
That's on verse 6. I can jump down to verse 6.
Go ahead.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in the land.
Yeah, man. That's why it tells you in Isaiah 30, you know, they rather hear smooth things
Yeah.
and for you to prophesy deceit to them. They don't want you to tell them the truth,
Kind.
you know? Now, hey, the truth is now considered hate speech now.
Right.
You tell the truth to your neighbor, that's showing hatred and not
Yeah.
love.
If you call somebody obese fat, you just hated on them, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like it ain't true.
Hey,
Yeah.
I told the truth to my neighbor, never spoke to me again.
That's all it takes.
Never spoke to me again.
Straight up.
Because they hate the truth. You know?
What did the scripture say about it? You should love the most powerful thing of all is the truth. That's the most love you can show somebody by giving them the truth. Hey man, you too fat, you eating too much. Stop eating that shit. That's the truth. Hey, you wicked as hell, man. Stop sinning against the Heavenly Father. Or he gonna kill you. That's the truth.
It may hurt, but it's the truth.
Yeah. And it should hurt.
If you're going off and that's actually love.
It's love.
For someone to correct you, to tell you that you're going off, to show you where you're going off, and try to help you, you know, get right with the Heavenly Father, that ain't hate. You still good, right, bro?
Hey, that's why going back to Proverbs 8.
Yep.
He that hate me love death. You hate my instruction? All right, well, you're going to find out you're going to learn the hard way then. You hate me because I instructed you in righteousness. I gave you the instructions on how to live on the world, and you actually find that grievous to you?
Yeah.
All right, well, you can find out the other way then.
There's two ways to find this out.
Yeah.
You know, willingly
yeah.
or unwillingly. The unwillingly way is very painful.
Kind.
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Kind.
You can either humble yourself or get humbled.
Yeah.
Kind.
Yeah.
It sucks to get humble.
Yeah? You want me to jump down to verse 6?
Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power.
You gotta read at the level of this brother.
I will also forget thy children.
Yeah. And you, Jakes, you wonder why you feel neglected from a higher power to the point where you start to not believe in a higher power.
Like you start to question.
Yeah.
How?
Like, I really don't believe in a God, because if there was a God, why would he let us go through, you know, why is he letting us get shot down by the police?
Why are babies dying?
Why babies gotta die?
Pain do nothing.
You know?
Whoever perish being innocent.
Why he let my mother and my uncle and my nephew get put to death?
Why does so many Jakes got cancer and ailments? Why are we always sick? Why? Because you get the curse on them and the way you Jakes eat. A lot of the health ailments that our people deal with is because of the diet.
Yeah.
You know?
The Lord gave you the diet to follow.
That's right.
You deviated from that, so that's why you got to deal with those ailments. You know, but I mean, on top of this devil, of course, ruining, you know, our food and herbs and things that we need. You know, that's why the devil's going. Yeah.
He studied them too and don't want us to get those things.
Yeah, man.
What was that?
No, that was it. Well, I can go. I'll keep
Yeah, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. You're ruined as a people, man, because you refuse to hearken unto his instructions, man. His wisdom. You find it grievous. You know, you despise the law of the Most High, man. You know, and it tells you that in Proverbs 13:13, he that despises the word of the Lord shall be destroyed.
Yep.
You know, you want to justify a man sleeping with another man? All right, go ahead, then. Go ahead. But it never ends good.
Go ahead.
It never ends well for you. That's how you know these people are they're mentally depraved, man. You know?
Keep going. Well, I read verse 6.
As they were increased, they sinned against me. Yeah, you read verse 7, bro.
And so saith chapter 4 and verse 7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
Yeah, because when our people, when they feel a sense of prosperity, and they're able to eat and be nourished and be able to live comfortable, they increase, and that causes them to fall away from the Most High.
Right.
You know, they stop thinking about the Most High when they increase.
Hey, gun. That's why the scripture speaks of it is harder for a rich man to enter into the kingdom than for a camel to go through the eye of a needle.
Yeah.
You know?
What was that? Solomon said, "Give me neither poverty nor riches."
That's right, bro.
He said, if you feed me with food continually, because if I increase in riches, I will take the word of the Lord and somebody get it.
Okay.
What is that?
Proverbs 30 and I think it's like 8. So they feel compelled to think that them being blessed with with their material possessions, they think that they got it on their own, and they start to deny the Most High. They start to trust in those riches. And Jake, they trust in oppression, man.
Yep.
You got it.
Proverbs 30 and 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Lest I be full and deny thee.
Lest I be full, meaning what? Abound and increase, but not in a spiritual sense.
In a physical.
You're giving into your flesh. You're getting all the material. You're getting all that luxury, and those things is what keep you secure, so to speak. All right. Thou that are given unto pleasure, that dwellest carelessly, like it says about the virgin daughter of Babylon.
Okay.
Then you start to get that sense of, well, I am.
Okay.
You know? And you start to disregard the Most High, man.
I did this. I built this.
Yeah, you start to think that you're a God.
Yeah.
You put this stuff together me. That's cool. Nah, that's real shit though.
Give me Deuteronomy 8 book. So, like, that's why in Ecclesiastes 7, was that 7 and 7?
Kind.
Oppression maketh a wise man mad,
And
but a gift
Kind.
destroyeth the heart.
That's right.
Want to Deuteronomy 8 from
I'm trying to find that verse. I know.
Deuteronomy 8 and start at like 11. Because it says when you begin to you become full and you deny him, right?
Yep.
That's what happened. Sample of it right there.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse 11. Beware that thou forget the Lord thy power.
And our people, they have forgotten the Most High, man. That's why they done made Mammon their God. They chased after riches. That's really the overall common goal of the American society, to live the American dream. You gotta go and chase the bag, go secure the bag. You know? Go and get that money. Try to get rich.
That fake American
That
dream.
fake ass, yeah, man. Which on that money is the face of the devil.
Kind.
Our people worship that, man. That's why they'll do anything to get it. That'll motivate them to go out there and sell drugs and ruin their whole community, their whole neighborhood, or to go
And
pull.
their family.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, listen to the OJ song.
Kind.
Yeah,
Money, money, money.
you'll do anything for money. These women, they reduce their self-worth for they price their pussies out of this world, man.
Yeah.
To the best bidder.
Yeah,
Highest bidder. Yeah. Yep.
they'll become a ghetto gagger for that dollar, man.
Kind.
They'll get trains ran on them. They'll do whatever for that money. You know? So
That's
when
no
you
different than the entertainers either, though.
oh yeah,
Let's not get them off the hook.
hey, they'll bend over for the money. Sell their soul for the money.
Yeah, what it kind of easy to say, right? It said, I sold my soul to the devil. What a
Crappy deal.
This is how God toys in the house.
Like a happy meal.
You got money.
And everybody went berserk.
They love bars.
And now he's telling you to come to Christ.
Right.
Yeah. God, bro.
Singing the song from 2006.
Sacrifice his moms.
Right.
You know?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and that dude is driven by money. Even this whole Jesus shit, he's trying to put life back into Christianity, but really that's just a marketing ploy.
Trying to revive his career.
Yeah, to get those Christian followers. And these Christian followers, they're worldly, they're secular, they'll follow anybody talking about some Jesus Christ.
Kind.
That was something that I saw the other day on the internet. They were talking about how pushing that life back into Christianity, they mixed the secular music, and letting that secular music right into the Christian music.
Yeah.
But they both were secular in the first place, but they're literally letting in Cardi B songs and changing a few words, demonic ass vibrational songs, changing just a couple of words to make it about the Lord.
Yeah.
The vibration of it is still there in wickedness.
To attract the young Jays.
Hey, bro.
Back in the church.
And they know that you Christian goers are the most gullible,
Kind.
vulnerable people.
Kind.
You're the most simple people, so if they can get you through the form of entertainment, they already got you.
And that's what they do, because they play on you Jake's emotions. They read a few scriptures, and the rest of the church is singing.
Yeah.
One scripture.
Yeah, one scripture from the gospel, and the rest of it is niggas singing and dancing and praise dancing and all that stuff. Yeah. And they preach that whole prosperity doctrine. Back to the brother was saying
About money.
all about money. Whether it's outside of the church or inside of the church, they're preaching money. You know.
Kind, bro. That nigga Creflo Dollar said all of his congregation that wouldn't tithe, he'd get a Uzi and
get a
spray him,
Uzi,
bro.
line 'em up, and shoot and spray them all down.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So when you get that carnal increase,
Yep.
you'll start to deny the Most High, man. You start to forget that He's the one that blesses you.
Kind.
Poverty and riches come both of the Most High.
Right.
He'll raise up a man from the dunghill and set him on the throne of glory. But he also is nothing for him to make a poor man rich. You could be a demon and he could make you rich.
Kind. Hey, exactly.
That's
Esau.
why the scriptures tell us not to fret ourselves because of the wicked that prosper in their way. You know? and then we're gonna get that in
there's a
Deuteronomy.
judgment at the end of that too.
This is Acts 12. I'm gonna start at 20. And Herod was highly displeased with them of Tyre and Zidon, but they came with one accord to him, and having Blastus, the king chamberlain, their friend, desired peace, because their country was nourished with the king's country. Was nourished by the king's country. And upon a set day, Herod, arrayed in royal apparel, sat upon his throne and made an oration unto them. And the people gave a shout, saying, "It is the voice of a God and not of a man." And immediately...
And this was Herod, all right, which is a straight up Edomite. All right?
I think he looked mixed though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because their fathers married in to the seed line, so to speak. Even though it didn't make them actually of the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but they married in with the I forget the woman, but she was of the Hasmonean line, and she married Idumean, and that's how that the Herodians ended up, taking the rulership over Judea, So this devil, he was exalting himself like he was a god. That same spirit that Esau comes in, man.
Man, they did a similar deal with that with Barack Obama. They made him look like a Negro or African American, right? But he was a heathen. He had nothing to do with our people. That's why when you look at what he actually did for our people, because the whole point of getting your own, voting your own people in office is so you can get benefits off of them. But we didn't benefit. And then Jake even made an excuse for his ass. He's the president of the United States, not just a black man. Yeah, but we're Americans also in the United States. And it's not even. Can we try to get it balanced at least? Well, that's what Herod did back in those days. Okay, but being an Edomite, a direct Edomite, he had a special hatred that went back to Esau himself, okay, for our people. So he put certain things.
Verse 22, and the people gave a shout, saying, "It is a voice of a God and not of a man." And immediately the angel of the Lord smote him, because he gave not Yahweh the glory, and he was eating of worms and gave up the ghost.
See that? That's that pride, man. That when you exalt yourself on the level of a god, man. Hey, that's the same level of pride that's on these people, man. Especially the so-called white man. Because of what? Because he's increased. Yeah. Because of thy traffic and thy knowledge. Like it tells you in Ezekiel 28. You think that you are a god now. Because of your increase in riches, you think that you got that on your own might.
And that's what these pastors in these churches push too. Yeah. That's why everybody is following after Kanye West. His music is cool, so they think, but it's old. But because he has money in that position, that's why you really follow him. Like he gonna drop some special information on you about it. It's like he gonna teach you how to be rich like that.
Yeah. That nigga Kanye West had been doing that shit in his backyard, having Sunday service or whatever, and what they did was they brought it to that mega church in Atlanta and just amplified it. And that brought a lot of more people in, because that's
Rock 13.
That shit in his backyard was just private.
23.
But what it did when it brought it to the light, to the forefront, and let everyone come into the church, that just did nothing but rock you Jakes back to sleep. Got you believing in America again.
Yeah, making America great again.
Hey,
because that was one of the things that they used when they was using the Bible a certain way. That was one of the ways that they had America great.
And don't think that Kanye's not going to be at one of these Democratic rallies or conventions or something. Republican shit, probably. Pushing that same vibration.
Hey man, keeping it.